How's your squad looking for?
Okay, we've no real ill effects from the weekend, although Cammy Bell's feeling his calf a little bit, so he's just being assessed over the next day, well, 24 hours. Apart from that, you know, Barker's nearly there. David Gray's back on the grass, so again, we've a decent complement of players to pick from.
Does John come back in?
No, he's still suspended, so he'll be back for the weekend.
In terms of how you reflect on Saturday's performance, is it, you know, just keeping this momentum going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really important we keep the pressure on if we can, and you know, it's sort of the business end of the season now, and it was a good win, you know, under the circumstances, because we didn't play well first half, and they're mitigating circumstances for that. But you know, the players, the mentality was good second half, really good, and they came through it very well, so that will stand them in good stead. We needed the game. The 2-week break sometimes helps you, sometimes it doesn't, and we did look a little bit rusty out there, and now they've got the game in their legs, as you want to call it that. They'll benefit from that for tomorrow.
Looking towards Accies, I mean, it's a big prize in terms of you can close the gap in the second place. I mean, how much of a motivation is that for you going forward? I remember speaking to you a few months ago and you said you felt your team was ahead of schedule this season. Is that, do you still feel that?
Yeah, unquestionably. You know, we're right in there now. We're only 4 points off second place with 7 games to go. It's nothing. But we are very mindful of Aberdeen being very strong, been there and done that. Rangers have the quality, you know, and Kilmarnock are having a great season as well. A lot of people aren't talking about us, which suits me down to the ground, but you know, we've got 2 games that on paper look winnable, but you have to earn the right to win them, and we haven't beat Accies this year. You know, they keep finding really important results. Martin does when his team need it, and they're a dangerous opponent.
Do you think your team's at the best when you're sort of flying under the radar a wee bit when you perhaps don't have the scrutiny some of the likes of Rangers or Aberdeen?
I don't know. I mean, they handled the pressure of the championship very well last year. You know, it was promotion or bust really for us, and they did that very, very well. And they've handled the big games, you know, the derbies this year and the games in Glasgow very well. And even the teams that were expected to beat in the main have come through those games as well. So my only concern with Saturday was, you know, we did look rusty and flat, and I think the benefit of the 90 minutes will stand them in good stead now going into these 2 really important games.
When you look at Rangers' form after the Old Firm game, you obviously can put that pressure in with a result tomorrow night, but do you sense there's a fragility about them at the minute that you can hope to exploit?
I don't know. I mean, there's always sometimes a bit of a psychological downer after losing an Old Firm game. I know from my own experiences that can happen. But they should have great character to come back. It's not easy going to Fir Park, and you know, they've got probably a decent result in the end under the circumstances. So they're still in there, and they're a formidable opponent. And Aberdeen had a great win, and they look like they've got their mojo back as well. So it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be competitive, and it's going to be challenging.
You talked about it being the business end of the season. Obviously, 2 games ago before the split, and then 5 games after that. I mean, do you get a sense that the players are up for this period of games? It's going to come.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be. This is a great opportunity for them, and one that, you know, it's their career, it's their time. I've had my time and had a good time doing it. This is their time now, and they've got to maximise the opportunities to put themselves in a very, very healthy position at the minute.
You said you felt the team's ahead of schedule. When you look back to the start of the season, did you ever envisage being this close to potentially finishing second? No,
I have to say no. I thought the 2 Glasgow clubs would run away with it, and Aberdeen would be there, and Hearts would be there. I don't think anyone envisaged Kilmarnock being in and around it as well. So we are. There's no question we're ahead of schedule. We've won a lot more games at this stage than what I thought we would, and our form since the winter break has been superb.
Hamilton, how difficult a team are they to get a grip on in terms of what type of form? They always beat somebody that seemed to be down and out, and then we'll get a couple of results from somewhere.
Well, they're experienced, you know, they're battle hardened, and when Martin really needs a result, you know, more times than not he seems to get it. And again, it's going to be very competitive. A strong physical team, and they've got quality in there with Templeton, you know, can change the game, and you know, Bingham, players like that. They've got good work ethic about them and good energy levels. But we're at home, so and Hamilton turned us over big time, and it was a real learning process for us at the early part of the season. It showed that, you know, having that experience in the Premier League can stand teams in good stead.
And do you feel like your team are handling games quite well when obviously Hamilton being the favourites?
Hamilton being the favourites?
Are you being the favourites when you're talking about Hamilton, sorry?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, that the experience of the Championship last year, we were more or less favourites going into every game. And I think a lot of times this year, I don't think the players look at it that way. I think they just take each game as it comes now, and they're finding ways to win, which is very, very good. Even though we didn't play great at the weekend, we in the end won comfortably, and that's a good sign. Now, I would like us to obviously start the game a lot better than we did on Saturday, and I think the players will be focused on that as well.
And Rangers and Aberdeen have had periods of inconsistency, but you seem to be getting better all the time throughout the season. Do you agree with that? I
think our consistency since the turn of the year has been very good. I think the influence that Canberra and Allen and McLaren have had on the team has been excellent. And allied to that, you know, the form of McGinn, McGeoch, and my back three have been. Everyone is playing very, very well at the minute. I have no real criticism of the individual performances at all. So yeah, there's been a good mentality about the team going into these games, and I've been really pleased with the level of performance and the quality of football as well.
I was going to ask you about Jamie. It's another goal he got the weekend. Just how impressed have you been with the way he's been able to adapt his 3 goals in only 5 starts?
Yeah, I mean, he's been terrific. I like his attitude, and his work rate's fantastic. There are aspects of his game he can work on, obviously, but if he was an all-rounded centre forward like that, then he wouldn't be playing here for sure. But he's clever. He's a good finisher when he's in there, and like I say, he's quite cold on the pitch. You know, he doesn't get flustered, keeps going, and he had to be patient to get his goal, and it was a great goal, striker's goal. So yeah, he's again had a major impact on our form this year.
Finally, for me, you spoke about the fact that the team didn't play its best at times at the start of the good result. Is that a sign that that's what good teams are known for, the ability to grind out wins when they're perhaps not?
Sometimes, you know, it may be something that hadn't been labelled at Hibs before, but you know, I don't want us to play like that too often and have the anxiety of the game going either way. I want us to be on the front foot and dominating possession. There was a lack of urgency and tempo to the game on Saturday in the first 45 minutes, so we can't start the game as flat as that again, and I'm sure we won't.
And most managers will already be looking ahead to the summer. Does that really good run that you've got at the moment help get more clarity when it comes to looking at budgets for transfers?
That's a good question. I've got a board meeting on Wednesday, so I'll maybe have more to add to that afterwards. So yeah, clarity is the key word really. So I'll be looking for maybe a few answers after the board meeting on Wednesday as to where we go for next year, because there will be some changes necessitated more than anything else, and we may lose some quality players, and we'll be looking to bring quality in, and that costs money.
Does you envisage being major work, or is it just about depend on who comes in for your guys in the summer, what sort of, who you can keep hold of?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to get your business done as quickly as possible. That's not a guarantee, and I think it's August the 9th now, going into next season, where it stops. You can bring loan players in after that, so obviously we'll want to get prepared for that as quickly as possible, and then obviously I'll want to know how much we'll have to work with, and that'll give me some sort of idea then.
You're back in the dugout tomorrow. How frustrating?
No, I've got one more, yeah.
Right, so how frustrating is it sitting in the stand, and just how difficult is it to get your message across?
It's very difficult, and you know, maybe they felt a lack of presence there on Saturday. I don't know. It can be frustrating, obviously, but I am serving a ban, so I have to just accept that and trust my staff to deal with the game accordingly. And to be fair, we've had a good point away at St Johnstone, a very good win on Saturday, so they haven't missed me too much.
And at this stage of the season, when you're playing so well, and you know, is there huge input of coaching, or are you just going to go and let the players do their thing?
Yeah, the latter. You know, not a lot of coaching to be done really, with, you know, midweek games as well, and we have a small squad, so we have to sort of nurse them, recover, rest, and just do some maybe footage of the opposition and get them ready again. And the games take care of themselves in terms of the fitness levels, you know, so it's important that the recovery in between the games is vital.
Just lastly for me then, only being 4 points from second place, how confident are you that you can overtake Rangers and Aberdeen and finish the season as runners up to Celtic?
It's a big question, you know, and it's a challenge for the players. It's not going to be an easy thing to do, because once the split comes as well, you're playing gargantuan games after that. You know, every game's a cup final, and to be fair, these 2 games going into the split are really important as well. And we'll have a better idea when the split comes. We've got a game in hand, we have to maximise that, and then we'll see going into the split where we lie. But we've given ourselves a very good chance with the form that we're showing at the minute, but that can all change in 1 or 2 weeks. So, you know, like I said, Rangers are strong, got a lot of quality, and Aberdeen have been there, you know, the last 3 or 4 seasons, so they know how to get it done as well. So we're the new kids on the block, and it's a real good challenge for us. But I wouldn't say I'm overconfident about it, but we've given ourselves a very good chance of doing that.